ago, we decided we'd take a trip out to San Francisco. Every experience you have is a chance to broaden your own horizons. And in San Francisco, you can experience the culture of art, music, poetry, fine dining, all the wonderful things people can do for themselves. In a mecca like San Francisco, it's just all there, thriving, right at the end of your fingertips, and anything you want, you can just reach for it.
We just ended up kind of all meeting in California, in San Francisco with Paul. We're planning on hitting as many of the main sites, hot spots in San Francisco as we can.
My flight got in late, first night we were in San Francisco, and my friends picked me up from the airport.
What's up, brother?
So we wanted to get a bite to eat, but we were trying to decide what to do, but pretty much everywhere was closed.
There's a pool hall if you guys want to go to the pool hall.
We go to this bar, we go to another bar, we go to another bar, and finally we find one with a pool table.
So we found a bar, a little bit off the beaten path, but we had a pool table, good jukebox.
I just remember so much of missing what I was wanting to make, and that kind of being the routine for the rest of the night. I lost, I'll tell you that much.
That sort of experience is just priceless. Yeah. San Francisco time?
Yeah, it's like 2 your time.
So there's this restaurant, House of Nan King. Apparently we get invited there by my friend Louise.
House of Nan King. Where is that?
Because she says it's the most amazing Chinese food ever.
None of us could really decide what to order. So the waitress kept coming back.
Are you guys ready to order? You guys ready to order? Like wrapped in this little like...
The guy comes up to you, he asks you what you want, you start to tell him, and he tells you to, to stop, and then he says that I'm going to bring you whatever it is that I feel is going to be good today.
They just took all our menus and walked away.
Let me order a couple items and I'm a chef.
Oh, all right, cool. He knows what's good.
5 minutes later, we had a feast.
He brings you like all this food, and it's amazing. It's extremely quick, and everything comes out as it's ready. So like all of a sudden you got chicken, you got your egg rolls, you got this big tofu brain fried looking kind of noodle dish.
They were just bringing out whatever the guy wanted to cook for us. He gave us a vegetarian alternative, delicious, really spot on all marks.
How was it, Paul?
Tasty.
Berkeley was actually really awesome because that's where my friend Luis is from.
We met up with Dan's friend. She gave us kind of a little private tour. Picked us up in her car, she showed us her house and took us across town, let us walk around for a while. It's always nice to know somebody in a new city because you really get an insight and get to see the things that the people that live there enjoy.
Took us for a walk kind of around where she lives. There was this little kid park. Apparently the locals have this gigantic concrete slide.
They have concrete slides built right into the hill. And in Berkeley, we found one of these slides, and it was swarming with children. My friend Paul and I had the courage to approach one of the kids and ask them if we could borrow their cardboard so we could slide down on it. The wait was well worth the experience. We went down that slide, and it was like being a little kid again.
That was awesome.
Dude, oh,
yes!
It kind of gave you a sense of the community that was out there about how outdoorsy and how this sense of public space is being utilized, whereas, a lot of places I go, I don't see that much.
Next, we went to the Berkeley Rose Garden, and that was exciting.
John the botanist loves roses, and I didn't actually get to experience the entering or the perusing about of the gardens, but as I heard afterwards was quite decadent.
I'm always interested in when I travel somewhere else because I'm a pursuer of the science of botany, and to see native plants other than what I'm used to is always exciting, and I always love to spend time seeing how the natural landscape is. So finding a place like a rose garden is a paradise to me, and I feel real comfortable and happy when I'm around plants. Found this place, it was a little tucked away and sunken, and the last thing I expected on a day like that. The last day we were there, we decided to cross the Golden Gate Bridge and go for a hike on Mount Tam.
We got out there, we ended up meeting some nut, and when I say nut, I mean it in the most literal sense of this nut guy who sells nuts.
The size of this lemon.
And fruits.
This is for scale next to Ben's head.
Those guys that are on the opposite side of the main highway, they got these big signs that say, "We got a bunch of nuts for like $20. We give you a little sack of cozy." Those were some good nuts.
Yeah. All right, let's go, guys.
Mount Tam isn't like the mountains we have at home. It's different.
Isn't this beautiful?
Yeah.
The ocean over here, city over there.
It has more of a sea landscape to it. Not as many trees, nice cool breeze. You can see the ocean, you can see the city, you can see the entire bay. And when the wind blows over the hills and moves every grass blade simultaneously, it's just gorgeous. There's actually a lot of beautiful things hidden there.
This is the state flower.
Lots of wildlife out there. We saw so many lizards that Paul was going crazy because I have now decided that Paul is the lizard king. Turned out to be kind of like the crocodile hunter with trying to catch these blimy lizards.
You gonna get them or I'm gonna get them?
To which we did. There was like 3 or 4 of them.
Awesome, it looks like a dragon.
Good job, man.
So he's the lizard wrestler. Weather was fantastic, soaked up some sun, which was desperately needed. And yeah, I got a little bit of exercise in the mix.
A nice hike like that can really clear your mind. Good bit of physical exercise.
It's almost an innate character about being able to spend time with your friends. I mean, this idea of can you put a price on the time that you spend with your friends, and there's really not. So I mean, to be able to kind of get away and spend that time with those you truly do care about and truly do love, it's priceless.